Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. Yes, you heard that right. I've quit my job. Had enough, no more. That's it. Finito. So today is gonna be a bit different and we're gonna just grab a cup of coffee and we're gonna chat. So back in late 2019, I was working as a lead UX UI designer at Barclays on a contract basis, not full-time. Again, for people who don't know what contracting is, basically you come and work full-time, but on a project basis. You get paid a lot more than your usual full-time employee, but you don't get any benefits such as paid holidays or sick days and so on. Although you still get the fun stuff like, free snacks, office parties, so it's not that bad. But I will talk more about this in another video, but for now, let me explain. If any of you are from London, you may be well aware that most of the big bank buildings, such as Barclays, can be found in Canary Wharf, which is more or less a peninsula located in East London. And because I was situated in West London, it was a pretty long commute, around an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes, and that's when there were no disruptions. Working at Barclays was interesting to say the least. The view was amazing. I was working on the 24th floor, and every single morning I would just get a cappuccino just like this one from Starbucks downstairs. Yeah, we had Starbucks and not just one, we actually had two. And I would just go upstairs and sip my coffee while I was gazing over the city. And above all, I had a great team as well. The pay was amazing. However, accustomed to the startup fast-paced environment, coming to a corporate type of schedule was a bit hard. So you may be asking why I did quit this perfect and amazing job back in January 2020, right before a pandemic started. Well, there are a few reasons why I did that. First of all, I had no idea that a pandemic of this magnitude will be coming. But COVID aside, I still wouldn't have stayed, even with really good pay, amazing views, incredible team, and all the free snacks in the world. And one of the main reasons is that I was kind of always the entrepreneurial type. It was hard for me to settle down and just embrace the corporate kind of lifestyle. And to be honest, I started getting fed up with the whole 9-to-5 schedule. And even now, I still get phone calls and emails from recruiters with really great opportunities, but every single time I think about going back, I have huge anxieties. By the time I finished at Barclays, I was going on the 4th year as a contractor. I started getting some projects aside way before Barclays and working on them while I was still contracting, meaning that I was working 8 hours a day, 5 days a week as a contractor, and after coming back from my long commute, I would start to work again for my other clients and projects. And the same thing happened over the weekends. When you think like, oh my gosh, it's Saturday, finally. Nope, for me, it wasn't like that. I was working non-stop. But eventually I burned out and I started having anxieties and a lot of panic attacks. At Barclays, I was on a slow-paced program because we had to wait for the manager of the manager of the manager to approve my designs. So I was super anxious all the time about the work that was waiting for me back home. And also, when I had time to think, my brain kept on asking, is this what we want to do with our lives? Aren't we tired of this? Where is this leading? Isn't it better to just build a company, become an investor or an entrepreneur, leaving our mark on the world, and all that bullshit that probably some of you have had at least once in your lifetime? And this screwed me pretty bad, especially when I started having depersonalization and derealization. I started going to therapy because I couldn't recognize myself in the freaking mirror, and everything just felt strange around me. So I was in a pretty bad state. I mean, my panic attacks and anxieties were through the roof. My poor mind was trying all the time to just signal the alarm and just force me to just take a break or stop. Don't get me wrong, I love my job and what I do, but there are a lot of times in my life when I tell myself that I can do more and this is the time to do it. Even since I was a kid, there was this huge urge inside of me to just take the next call, to just go for the next level. And for the first time in my life, that voice was faded out because I just burned out. So ever since January last year, I've worked on projects and had a part-time consulting role, which actually finished last month in May. I've been happier and more fulfilled, and also had the opportunity to start other ventures, such as this YouTube channel that you're looking at right now, and also other ventures that I want to do in the future. I'm still struggling with the anxieties, unfortunately, but I'm getting better at this. Let's just say that the pandemic and this London weather hasn't been much help either, but we will get there. The point that I want to make to everyone that works a full-time or is a freelancer is to make sure that you listen to your mind and your body all the time. I'm all in for the grind and the push, but make sure it's for something you enjoy doing, something that fulfills you. Take care of your mental health, believe me, because no matter how much money you make and no matter how much stuff you buy, if your loved ones or you are not well, it doesn't matter. You will realize that the beginning and the end is the same for all of us. What sets us apart is the journey between those 2 points. So as a last piece of advice, make sure that whatever you do, you enjoy it, because you'll never know when this journey will end. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.